Yes, welcome fellow Blues and lovers of football to Chelsea headquarters. I'm Alex. I'm always here to give the latest Chelsea news and more happening from our training camp. Please kindly do me a huge favor by liking this video, share this video, and also leave a comment below where you're watching this video from. Thank you. Meanwhile, come on Sunday, 4th February, we'll be looking forward to return back to match activities after a disappointing loss to Liverpool 4-1. So we'll be looking forward to see if Mauricio Pochettino and the Chelsea players can return back to winning ways, smashing all 3 points against Wolves. Meanwhile, I'm not expecting that match to be an easy encounter because we lost the first leg to Wolves in December. So who knows? Probably we'll be returning back to winning ways. But one thing which I keep on saying, or which a lot of Chelsea fans are clamoring for, is that we want consistency. Not that we win one match today or win 3 matches, then all of a sudden, boom, we get to lose our next match with a high score margin. The defeat in the hands of Liverpool, trust me, it's an embarrassing one, like I felt it. And not just that we lost to Liverpool, Liverpool was actually the better side, but the fact that the Chelsea players, Mauricio Pochettino tactics continue to be questioned. The Chelsea players did not play like people who are ready to represent that jersey, that blue jersey. But guys, today, the Chelsea boys returned back to training section at Coban, while Mauricio Pochettino also delivered a press conference ahead of our game coming up against Wolves on Sunday. So a lot of things were said in that press conference and questions were answered. But the positive news is that Chris Nkunku continued to train very well. Remember, he played for 5 minutes in our previous game against Liverpool and he did well, scoring our only goal. While the likes of Kane Chukwuemeka continued to train, Aloba, Correa, Lavia, all these guys are still out with injury, including Wesley Fofana. I understand Wesley Fofana posted a message recently that giving the Chelsea fans hope that he will be returning soon. My question is, yes, I want Wesley Fofana to return soon, but my question is, how many games will Wesley Fofana play before he will return back to injury? So not just all about posting motivational messages, giving the Chelsea fans hope alongside with James. Then you return back to the pitch after, let's say, a few matches or even few minutes. You return back to the hospital room. I understand it's not probably their fault, but a lot of questions need to be answered because at this stage of the season, this is a critical time that we need to start to win games consistently. We need our best our players. We need our best set of players to be starting our games. So we really need these players to return back to full fitness to see how far we can get the entire squad. And so Mauricio Pochettino may not really have any excuse then. But one thing I keep on saying is that even if we are calling for the sacking of Mauricio Pochettino according to the wider audience or the wider fan base, I want to ask a question. Who do you think can do this job outside Mauricio Pochettino currently? Which coach? Because if we are going to hire any coach, therefore means that we're going to restart the entire rebuilding process. So that is why I'm not going to blame Mauricio Pochettino because so far so good. We've seen some positivity in terms of Chelsea play, but the only thing we are asking for is consistency. Sometimes the Chelsea players, they play as if they are just playing for one club side. They are failing to understand that they are playing for Chelsea Football Club. That is why I'll continue to question the Chelsea management in terms of the caliber of player they signed. Like, if we are to be sincere, majority of these Chelsea players are not of Chelsea level. They are not of Chelsea level. For example, winning the World Cup by Enzo Fernandez, it's not enough for we to say Enzo Fernandez is that player that can handle our midfield, level of experience and what he has to offer. Yes, it could actually be a player for the future, but presently we shouldn't be putting much pressure on these lads, despite their transfer fee is so big. We don't need to blame them, but the Chelsea board that went ahead to sanction for such a buy. While going over to Caicedo, another midfield partner, Caicedo is a good player and he has been really good if we are to be sincere, but the price tag placed on Caicedo, considering the fact that he has only played one marquee season with Brighton and over, which is also a mid-table team, it's not a guarantee for you to see Caicedo. It's a top-notch signing for the caliber of our football club. I'm not saying Caicedo is not good enough to play for Chelsea, but what I'm saying is that for the present, if we want instant results, these guys are average players that cannot actually deliver that standard which we know Chelsea for. While if we are going to, in terms of height, Chelsea is having the second shortest team in terms of height, players with height. Like, our boys are not tall. So competing with teams that are very physical, remember the Premier League is very physical, so competing with teams that has height, Like for example, the match against Liverpool, definitely we're going to suffer. So if we are playing with a good technical side that has height, that has physical attributes, they will be able to punish our team. So that is one area which I continue to question the Chelsea management, and also hiring, the sacking and hiring of our coaches. Sacking Thomas Tuchel, then hiring Graham Potter, Frank Lampard as interim, then falling to Mauricio Pochettino. I was not really expecting much. I was just like, okay, if the Chelsea board think these are the coaches that can do the job, fine, go on to hire them. It's not left for these coaches to be able to prove themselves, win the Chelsea fan base to themselves, so that they continue to get support. How can they win the Chelsea fan base? It's only if they are able to win matches consistently, be able to deliver trophy. But for Graham Potter, he could not deliver any trophy. He failed. Frank Lampard interim, we went back to one of our worst footballing days. Then hiring a Pochettino, we saw some flashes of brilliance, but when it comes to high-profile games, like for example, the game against Manchester United in Old Trafford, against Liverpool, um, against Newcastle, these are three games that if you should watch this game properly, it's got that we have a lot of questions to ask concerning the Chelsea players. That is, if they are able to compete when it matters the most. Because this is not looking like a team that can win trophy. If we have to be sincere, majority of the players are average players. Even Kuno Gallagher, who seems to be one of our best players, Kuno Gallagher is still an average player. But there's a saying that says, if you cannot get what you love, you have to love what you get. Then going over to our defense, Bernard Banashi really did not perform to even a minimal expectation for a professional against Liverpool. So you can see, if you go on to start to name various departments in the Chelsea team, it's clear that a lot of these Chelsea guys are not up there to the standard which we know. So this is transition process. We have to be patient with the coaching staff, with the Chelsea management, if they will be able to correct some wrong or some a wrong decision which they've made right from the very first day of acquisition, like getting rid of a backroom staff, getting rid of the entire squad in two transfer windows. That is a little bit too sooner or quicker, because there's no way you want to run a business, you acquire a new business, and you go on to sack the board of directors down to even the casual workers. Who will be the staffs, or who will be the workers to tell what the company is all about? That is, who will be the workers to integrate the newcomers into the company, or take charge of the recruitment process, or form the HR department. So those are some of the things I felt this Chelsea board got wrong. That is, sacking Thomas Tuchel too early. Even if they want to change coach, probably they want their person or someone who they can get in total control of. It was too early to sack Thomas Tuchel. Then going on to sack our medical staff, backroom staff, the likes of our technical director, the likes of Peter Checks and all that. So you could see there's no old guard or people out there who really understand the culture of what football entails as far as Chelsea Football Club is concerned. So these are the people that would have been able to integrate or pass this message, pass this spirit of what Chelsea entails to these young guys. The building is just there as Chelsea Football Club, but the people inside, the spirit makes it Chelsea Football Club. I believe that is what we are lacking. So that's why I'm not blaming Mauricio Pochettino 100%. So majority of the blame has to go with the Chelsea management in terms of recruitment policy. For example, this is January transfer. Yesterday, 1st of February, the transfer window was shut down. And the Chelsea board and the entire world knows that Chelsea does not have a striker. Now, they've sent out Broja, who was not even close to our standard of player, like what we used to have, though he suffered injury. He has been sent to Fulham for loan, meaning that we only have two persons who can play top 9 position, apart from probably a makeshift striker of Opama. That is Nicholas Jackson and Christopher Nkunku. Christopher Nkunku has proven to be an injury-prone player since his days from even PSG down to RB Leipzig. Now Chelsea, the same issue. That means that if Christopher Nkunku is not fit, we are only left with one man, Nicholas Jackson, which a lot of Chelsea fans and a lot of pundits are scrutinized, complain about. So you now discover that Pochettino has no choice than to play somebody has to play the striking position. That is probably a Kopama or Raheem Sterling. So you can see the total fault does not just lie on Pochettino. A lot of Chelsea fans are calling for the sacking of Pochettino. But for me, if Chelsea should sack Pochettino at this moment, that is not the solution. Because so far so good. kudos has to be given to Pochettino's form compared to what we have last season. Like the kind of football that we were playing last season and what we have now. At least you can sit down and watch Chelsea football. Watch the boys play and you get to enjoy, get some form of excitement. Just that we lack consistency. And if you check the injury woes affecting our squad, we have one of the highest number of injuries in terms of European team. Like check who ought to be our best players in various positions. Our left back Ben Chilwell is not there. Injury, coming back is still not fit and make a whole mess against Liverpool. Then going over to our central back position, Wesley Fofana, who I earlier make mention of, is not there. We signed Wesley Fofana for around £70 million, even when the board knew Wesley Fofana was an injury-prone player. So you could see we have to start to ask questions, start to question the Chelsea management, not just Pochettino at anytime we get bad results. So it's something which we have to bear for some time. It's going to take time. It's what they call transition. So transition does not really come, or good thing does not just come immediately. It will be difficult considering the tactics which the Chelsea board is trying to adopt, getting rid of all old players, backroom staff in space of 2 transfer window. It could really be tough for any manager to put things in order, considering the fact that even the players which we are signing, for me, majority of them are average players, not proving lack of experience. If we are talking about we are having attack, and we count on a player like Mikhailo Mudryk, who was totally wasteful. You had the opportunity to put Chelsea one goal up, to make the game 2-1, but you squandered such an opportunity. That is not what we expect from a big player. Or going over to our right hand position, Noni Madueke, playing like a player, more of like as if you are playing PlayStation, as if you are playing a PS game, like no control. He's finishing his poor decision making and all that, just running up and down without maybe a particular style of play or knowing what to do with the ball. So you could see the Chelsea squad is filled with average players. So without going too far, we'll be looking forward to our game coming up against Wolves on Sunday, 4th of February. So we are hoping Mauricio Pochettino and the Chelsea players are able to bounce back from our defeat in the hands of Liverpool to see how far we can charge for a top 4 finish, closing the gap between those persons above us, that is 9th and 8th position, Manchester United and Brighton and Hove. So let's see if we can finish for a top 4. Remember, later this month, 25th of this month, we also have Carabao Cup final to play against our opponents that smashed us 4-1 Liverpool. So let's see how far the Chelsea boys can prepare. Pochettino can prepare the Chelsea players ahead of our game on Sunday before the international break. Then we have some other tough matches coming up against Manchester City and some other core teams in EPA. Then we may now be talking about facing Liverpool on 25th of February. That is just like 2 weeks from now. So fellow Blues and lovers of Chelsea, there's no much to talk about. So we hope to bring further reports as far as the Chelsea camp is concerned ahead of our game against Wolves on Sunday. I remain Alex. Thank you for always joining me. Please do well to leave a comment below and also share this video, like this video. Thank you. Bye for now.